Good morning, Longhorn Nation. It is Thursday. Holy cow, is that right? Thursday. It goes so fast. Good morning. I'm Travis Gailey. I'm joined today by Aaron Little of Orangebloods.com. Aaron, how you doing today?
I'm doing good. It's Thursday. We've got football. We've got the Eagles. We've got the Vikings. That was a primetime. That was a Monday night football game last year. Pretty sure it was week 2. Kirk Cousins, I think he threw 3 interceptions to the same defensive back on the Eagles. But yeah, no, I mean, there's football on tonight, so I'm doing pretty well, even though MLB didn't quite go my way last night.
That sounds very Kirk Cousins-y. We're not sure where Nash is, by the way. Nash Talks Texas is normally here. If he wakes up, he'll join the show. If not, that's all right. We're going to move on anyway. And we've got a lot on the docket today. By the way, you can join us on the Specs chat line, just like Benny Rogers. Benny in the house. First off, good morning, Benny. We are hoping to make it a great Thursday. And Benny brought me
a lot of pressure with that comment. I feel like it's like, make it a great Thursday. It's like, don't
it was
bad
a command.
taste.
Yeah, no, it was a command. You will make it a great Thursday. Benny brought me a great little teaser, by the way. And I'm going to ask the question. First person in the chat that gets it right, we'll shout out your name. How about that? What do Wyoming, Ohio State, Alabama, Georgia, Texas A&M, USC, Michigan, and Notre Dame and OU all have in common? It's Wyoming,
no one's going to guess this.
Alabama, Georgia, A&M, which it's Aggie Fact Thursday today. Stick around for Kyle Umlang, USC, Michigan, Notre Dame, and OU. What do they all have in common?
Is this going to be like Geico trivia where we come back to it in like the third quarter, or are we just like going to sit
I'm going to come back to it when somebody gets it right on the chat. I'm going to come back to it. Okay. So there's a list of blue blood college, Wyoming and a bunch of blue blood college football teams. What do they all have in common? We'll find out. Look at this elite sports memorabilia in the chat this morning. Hey, we've got a special elite sports memorabilia item to offer you today, by the way. Check this out. A Quinn Ewers autographed mini helmet. It's up for auction. This little baby can be yours. All you have to do is scan that QR code. It'll take you to the auction page. This is a very cool, very limited edition helmet. The auction is up. It's live. It's running now. It's going to last until September 16th, so 2 days from now at 8:30 p.m. Central Time. Go scan the QR code, go in, give your bid. Let them know what you think that's worth to you. There is a $65 minimum bid, by the way. But go in, scan that. This is going to one lucky viewer. It's your chance now. If you scan that QR code, if you jump on that now, you get a chance to get it. September 16th, 8:30 p.m. The auction ends. Don't miss out. We're gonna let you see this again later and again tomorrow, but you don't want to miss out. And we're glad Brandon with the Elite Sports Memorabilia is in the show. We're glad Sandstrom is in the show. We've got more Texas Mama. Love to see you in here. Hook 'em. It's time to get your horns up. Texas Mama can't wait to see DKR at night. By the way, DKR Saturday night is going to be rocking. I know it's Wyoming, but Aaron, you're going to the game. Are you pumped?
Oh, yeah. I'm going to the game. I'm excited to see the light show. Should we play? We've got the video up for the people. All right, let's go ahead. Here we go. Here is the video Texas tweeted out last night. We took out the audio because, the copyright. We're not getting demonetized. We're too good. We're too sharp. All right, here we go.
Yeah. Stadium under the lights. The new neon lights are going to be in effect Saturday. Look at this. That place is going to be just absolutely jumping when they unveil this Saturday.
I understand that they have to promote it, but part of me was just like, I just didn't want to watch because I was like, because I knew I was going to be there. I was like,
right. You want the surprise of it all?
Yeah. I wonder when they're going to play it because I don't think they've announced that yet, right?
I don't know. They haven't.
Because, hopefully this doesn't happen, but there's a chance, people are leaving this game a little early. But so if they play at the beginning of the 4th, but I don't know, people should stick around for this.
That's going to be so live. I really can't wait to see it. And, it feels like on the one hand, I feel like, all right, Texas is a little behind the times here. A lot of stadiums have this now. But on the other hand, it's still going to be cool. Maybe it'll be worth the wait. We've got more people jumping in on the Specs chat line. Michael Harges with the Hookums. We've got Scotty B in the house. Hello there, fellow kid. And by the way, we have an answer already, and it's none other than Elite Sports Memorabilia. That's right. Wyoming, Texas A&M, Alabama, Georgia, Ohio State, USC, Michigan, Notre Dame, and all you. The thing they all have in common is Texas beat them the last time they played each other. So Elite Sports Memorabilia, the first time he's woken up to see the show live and he gets the question and answered right. Yeah.
On. I was about to say that there was actually a prize for getting the question right, and it was a free item from Elite Sports Memorabilia. So that's just a bummer that.
Oh, sorry, guys. Sorry,
all right, special guests joining the show. We always pride ourselves on having really great guests. We were lucky enough to be joined today by the one and only Nash Talks Texas. Give it up, people. Give it up.
Oh, good morning, Nash.
Nash, how are we doing?
Terrible. Nash has already been working all morning so far. So.
Oh no!
It's all good. It's all good. Everything is all right. But
all right, hope everything's all right.
Everything. Yeah, it's just menial labor. It's all good, bro. It's none terrible.
Well,
but
good.
Hey, shout out to Elite Sports Memorabilia for all the wonderful stuff. Wonderful. I've been getting a ton of compliments about all this stuff. So.
You know what? And because it's
Benny.
Awesome. Yeah, Benny.
That's going to be like an inside joke that goes with this program for the
Yeah, I'm trying to let it breathe for a little bit because I don't want to get back into it, but it'll be fun to revisit in 3 months.
By the way, another Travis checking in saying he's excited about the light show Saturday. It's really going to be cool. And Nash, you talked to Elite Sports Memorabilia. We popped this up already while you were off, but you know what? I know you are an Elite Sports Memorabilia aficionado and user. Here's the latest and greatest. The Quinn Ewers autographed mini helmet. The auction is live. It's an auction. You can scan that QR code, jump in, and place your bid to win the Quinn Ewers autographed mini helmet. That's a beautiful helmet, by the way.
That's a gorgeous one.
Yeah, that's a good one. Guys, if time is ticking, the auction ends on the 16th. So that's Saturday at 8:30 p.m. Oh, what do you know? The auction ends about the time Quinn Ewers is going to be taking the field. Actually, 8:30 is right about the time Quinn will have 2 touchdowns at the end of the first quarter. I don't know.
Time to make some picks.
That's it. That leads us right into the show. You know, we are picking this game today. We're going through our items. It's time to see who's got the magic eye. Texas, by the way, 29-point favorites, and the over/under is 48.5. So that's, by the way, I was looking at it. That's kind of a weird little over/under and favorite line. You know what I mean? 48.5. That's not a very high over/under.
And they're just saying Wyoming's not scoring. Yeah,
pretty much. That's kind of what they're getting at, or not a lot at least. But we'll give our own predictions here. Let's start off with Quinn. I talked about Quinn. We've got the Quinn Ewers autographed helmet up for auction on Elite Sports Memorabilia. Let's see what he's going to do. Quinn Ewers going up against the Wyoming Cowboys. Now, we just talked to Ryan Thorburn with the Casper Star-Tribune yesterday. Yesterday.
Yesterday. That was yesterday.
Yeah, it was yesterday. I feel like Nash looks great.
Yeah.
We just talked to him yesterday, and he talked. Their strength is run defense. Now, he did say they have some athleticism in the back end, but probably not enough to hang with Texas wide receivers, which would bode well for Quinn and the boys putting up some big stats. However, we also tend to think that this is going to be one of those games where Texas is going to try and establish the run on their own. So that's a tricky little stat line for Quinn. Nash, you know what? I'll let you continue to wake up. Let's start with Aaron. Aaron,
I'm awake, bro.
Oh, Nash is good to go. Yeah, I think we're going to see Quinn for about 3+ quarters, probably a drive or two in the fourth. I'm going to go 22 for 29, 304, 2 touchdowns, no picks. Yeah, I think he's going to be solid. I think the no interceptions is the big key. If that trend continues, I'll be very happy. Anwar had a great stat 2 days ago or yesterday. He said Quinn currently has the longest streak in Texas history of consecutive passes without an interception. So that's a great one. Hopefully Quinn can keep that one going. But yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be efficient. I think, Sark is going to try to run the ball, but at the same time, important to mention, a lot of big time recruits coming in for this game. I'm sure it's the reason why they're breaking out the light show. Like, they're pulling out all the stops. They've got some big recruits in town. So, and a lot of those guys, wide receivers, Decorian Moore, might have mispronounced that. He is coming in.
No, you nailed it.
I believe
massive recruit from what I
believe Ryan Wingo is supposed to be there.
Yep.
So some big time wide receivers are going to be in the building. So I'm predicting like a kind of moderate 304 yards, but I think we could see some deep shots just to try to impress those wide receivers under the lights. So yeah. What you got, Nash?
I honestly think we're going to get those deep shots, and I think inside those deep shots, that's where I have 20 for 26. Same thing, a really just efficient day. I think there's like just a couple throws that are either dropped or just, hey, like it's like Wyoming, they have a good defense. Like they're not, and what I mean by good, but they're going to give Texas a challenge. But I have 20 for 26, 310 yards, 4 touchdowns, 0 interceptions.
All right, that sounds good. I kind of, you know what? Actually, I'm the most bullish out of all three. Well, kind of. Nash has 4 touchdowns is a lot. That's going to be a huge game. I've got Quinn going 27 for 35. So I've got the most attempts out of you guys. And I just kind of actually looked at what Quinn did in Rice and looked at what he did in Alabama as far as attempts go, and I kind of split the difference. So 27 for 35 for 326. I don't know why I didn't just go 325. I didn't. I went 326 with 3 touchdowns and no picks. So we're all predicting a pretty solid day from Quinn, right? I mean, none of that's 4 touchdowns is great. 3 touchdowns even is really great, but none of that is like blow you out of the water, Heisman campaign, Shedeur Sanders versus TCU type stats. I mean,
I think we all think that there's going to be a lot of work on the run game, and also he's going to be limited with how much, and also that's not. Sark has never been that guy that's going to go out there like, hey, we're going up against Wyoming, we're going to drop 80 to 90 points.
Yeah,
that's not who he is.
Yeah, no, I agree. So I think he's going to have a very good game, just not blow you out of the water. Fantastic game. By the way, we've got Too Broke to Pay Attention with his prediction: 26 for 32, 353, 4 touchdowns and no picks. That'd be a pretty damn good day.
That's a good day.
Yeah, it is.
I love when the chat gets to hop in with all their predictions. We'll be doing the comment giveaway again at the end of the show. We'll explain that later. Also, shout out to Ryan. Thank you for correcting me. Quinn Ewers is the second longest streak. I guess I might have said longest. I knew it was the second longest, but who knows what I said. It is kind of early. And
ESM with a couple more recruits in the house, by the way, Andrew Marsh, Marcus Harris. It is going to be a huge day for recruiting. Could those be future ESM clients? Just saying, maybe. You never know. They got to commit to and sign with UT first, I would guess, before he tries to sign them. All right, so we've all got a pretty good day for Quinn. But we also talked about the running game and who's going to, that there's going to be, he's going to want to establish the running game. So I'm going to do this. We're going to do this in this order. Who's going to be the leading rusher, followed by does he break the 100-yard barrier? Because unless I'm wrong, we haven't had a 100-yard rusher yet this season, right?
We've had a 100-yard running back that's gone, or a running back that's gone for 100 total yards. If you can,
100
receiving yards.
yards.
Yeah, no. The only reason why I say that is because technically the screen is an extension of the run game, but that's getting cute with it.
Yes, yeah, a little too cute. Yeah, well, I mean 100 yards on carries, right? We haven't seen that yet, which Sark prides himself. Every year he's had 1,000-yard rusher. He's not on track to get that yet. And this is the kind of game. I mean, listen, Wyoming's run defense is the strength of their unit. That's the only area where I told you their total defense, they're ranked 95th in the NCAA. Run defense, they're like 32nd. So that tells you how good their run defense is, also how bad their pass defense is. But Sark also loves to run it even when they know the other team knows you're going to run it. It is like it builds in toughness. So I expect us to see a lot of running. Let's start with you, Nash. Who is your leading rusher, and does he break 100 yards for the game?
My leading rusher is going to be Jonathan Brooks. I think that I just don't know what the word is on Cedric Baxter, and it looks like he's going to get the lion's share of the carries. I do think Blue is going to get a healthy amount of carries, and Blue has a speed that he can hit some really big ones. I think he's going to be short of 100 yards. I think he's going to be in like that 70 to 80 yard mark, but Jonathan Brooks is going to surpass the 100-yard mark on Saturday.
Yeah, I think I'm not going to go to 100 because I don't know. I think he'll mix in Blue. I think there's a good chance to mix in a couple other running backs. But if Brooks is able to get an explosive run, then certainly he should get there because he's going to get the bulk of the carries. Yeah, I mean, hopefully we get word on CJ Baxter like officially today. Sark has a press conference. He probably won't give us an official like in or out.
No.
But it would kind of make sense maybe to rest him. And unless he's good to go, then I think we'll see a lot of Baxter. But I'm going to go Brooks for around 85 rushing yards.
And honestly, to be honest, that's the thing that Jonathan Brooks has shown that he's really good at when he gets bulk carries, that he can get those 10-yard rushes, those 20-yard rushes. And I think that's going to stack up, and that's why he's going to get to 100.
All right. So I initially said Brooks, and I said no. In our show preps, I had said no. I'm changing it. I'm going with Brooks as the leading carrier, and I do think he gets there.
I brought you on the light side.
You know what? No, it's not that. It's just I keep flashing. Every time I think of Jonathan Brooks, I flash back to what he did in Kansas. And I think, it's not it wouldn't be crazy to see him break off another 50, 60, 70-yard rush against Wyoming. I know they have a decent run defense, but they don't have the athletes to really stay with. If he breaks through, I think he could go. So
hey, ESM has a nice day for him. That's a nice day for Jonathan Brooks.
Well, yeah, hey, Jonathan Brooks he's partial to Jonathan Brooks because Jonathan Brooks is a signee, and you can get a Jonathan Brooks autographed jersey, yours for the taking, not an auction. Just go in, buy it. Check out ESM for that. But you think that's good. Oof. John, 200 yards rushing and 3 touchdowns against Wyoming.
That would honestly be a big deal. I mean, if they can run the ball that well and generate some explosives in the running game, even against Wyoming, that'd be a pretty good sign going forward.
That would be huge.
I think that would be a job-earning day. Hey, you're a lead back now, son.
Yeah, I think so too. I think CJ Baxter might get Wally pipped if Brooks comes out for 203 touchdowns.
I don't know if you can call it Wally Pipp because,
he got injured. He was the starter, gets injured. I don't know.
Yeah, but I'm just going off of Brooks was already there. And I don't know. I'm being cute with it.
Yeah, how established was Wally Pipp? Does anybody actually know anything about
I was curious
besides the fact that he's just Wally Pipp?
I was curious if you knew who Wally Pipp was.
Oh, yeah. You throw out a baseball reference.
It's a baseball reference, but it also happened before you were born.
Travis, don't insult us.
I'm just saying it happened before he was born, and Aaron knows very little about what happened pre.
Oh, I thought you were asking me about that.
No.
Yeah, let's go.
No, I'm good.
All right.
I'm good.
For those who don't know, Wally Pipp was the Yankees' first baseman who got replaced when he got injured by who?
Lou Gehrig.
There you go. Who went on to set the record for the most consecutive starts of all time. He never gave up that start again.
He gave one of the best baseball speeches of all time, too.
Yeah. Lou Gehrig died of Lou Gehrig's disease, though. How did he not see that coming? Sorry, guys. That is that's not even my joke. That was from Colin Quinn. I love it, though. I still think it's hilarious. All right, let's move on. We're burning daylight here.
Yeah. All right, Travis, segue that to wide receiver picks. Go ahead.
Yeah. Let's go with it. Wide receiver picks. Who is going to be the leading receiver? Now, look, this may seem an obvious answer for a lot, but it was JT Sanders who was the leading receiver against Alabama. So, there's a lot of weapons out there. Adonai Mitchell, Sanders, Xavier Worthy, even Jordan Whittington, although he's not getting a ton of looks in the game. So who's going to be the leading receiver this week? Aaron?
Yeah, I'm going to go Xavier Worthy. I think, like I said, I think they're going to try to put on a show for those big-time wide receiver recruits that are going to be at the stadium. So no better way to do that than with a couple deep balls to Xavier Worthy. I think he'll rack up like 107 yards in about 3 quarters. I think Mitchell and Sanders could also push for 80+. Like, I think they're just going to go to their bread and butter guys, and they should have no problem against this Wyoming secondary.
All right, Aaron. Nash?
Yeah, I'm right there with Aaron. I think Xavier Worthy. I honestly think he's going to get the first target of the game, the first play of the game. It's going to be just like a little, like Sarks likes to do, just a little quick pass on the outside. And honestly, I could see an early thing where like it's like a slant or a crossing route where Worthy just absolutely, like, his athleticism just shows, hey, yeah, this is Texas and that's Wyoming.
I love it. I'm going Worthy as well. There's not a lot of, we don't need to beat this dead horse except Sandstrom with Nayor. And there's, a lot of Nayor love. He's playing his old team, Wyoming. Hey, I get it. It would be awesome to see Nayor come out and just absolutely destroy. Justin Cook is in the same way. He wants to see Dustin Jones wants to see Nayor and Cook get some catches.
I would love it, but just
awesome.
Being realistic, he's not going to get run until like at the third quarter.
Yeah, I think you're right. All right, so you've got Worthy, Nash. How about the first touchdown of the game?
Have we hit a first touchdown yet this year? I don't think we have yet.
Yeah, we have. We did it week 1, and we did this.
Did you hit? Oh, because
I did Jonathan Brooks and a bonus.
Yeah.
And the bonus, Jordan Whittington dropped the I don't know if you're going to call it drop because Malachi Moore had a pass breakup on it, but I should have had the first touchdown of the game for Texas versus Alabama if they
it. So,
all right.
You killed it last week.
Little tooted the horn right there.
You killed it last week. Are you going to get it this week, Nash? Who's your first touchdown of the game?
Of course I'm going to get it this week. It's going to be Xavier Worthy. Like I said, it's going to be a short little cross. It's going to be like a crossing route or a slant, and that's a little bonus for y'all. I'm giving y'all the exact type of route that it's going to happen on.
There you go.
I like it. I'm going to go Texas in the red zone around like the 7-yard line. Little bootleg to Quinn. Jatavian Sanders is breaking open. Wait, there's a holding call. 5-yard penalty, half the distance to the goal. Texas on the 3.5-yard line. Jonathan Brooks, touchdown, first play of the game.
That may be the most specific prediction I think I've ever heard.
Well, I want to be able to clip it in case that exact scenario happens and we just go viral. And then
I love it. I love it. I'm going with the man who all he does is score touchdowns. He is the red zone threat, Adonai Mitchell. Give me some Mitchell for the first touchdown of the game. And by the way, ESM checking it again. With all these predictions, we're looking at 600 yards of total offense.
I try to add
just a little bit. I
try to add mine up reasonably. I have 107 for Worthy, 80 rushing yards for Brooks. I think I'm doing all right.
All right. I was originally at like 80, 85 yards for Brooks too, and I just see a big one coming. So I think he's eclipsing 100 this week. All right, who's going to be our breakout player of the game? Let's start with you, Aaron.
Yeah, a lot of people we had a lot of buy or sell questions last week about this one. People trying to predict the Malik Muhammad breakout game. A lot of people saw that pick 6 coming last week in Alabama. I think it happens this week in DKR. I think they're going to be rotating defensive backs a little bit more. Muhammad was in the rotation last week for sure, but I think he might see even more snaps this week against Wyoming. Wyoming's passing game doesn't really sound like it's their strength. I think Texas gets ahead, forces Wyoming into a pass-heavy script. You're going to get a chance with DBs to jump some routes. I think Malik Muhammad pick 6 breakout game.
Nash, what you got?
Man, that's I think it's going to be hard to pick which DB is going to get the interception this year because like it's just going to be like, I think it's going to be a deal where at the end of the year, the DBs in the room are going to be sitting there making fun of the guys that haven't gotten an interception yet. Oh man, how have you got not getting an interception? Like stuff like that. Like just being a general ribbon. But I got Jonathan Brooks. I think that this is going to be like his really coming out party as a running back, and I think that's what Sark wants to see.
All right, I love it. I love the predictions coming in the chat too. Derek Williams breaks out with a pick 6. That'd be interesting to see. That would be kind of cool to see. And
yeah, definitely more.
Yeah, we'll see more of the rotation in a lot of positions. Oh, yeah. That's true. Oh, Alfred Collins was what I was trying to click on. Mike with the Alfred Collins. I'll be honest. As much hype as Alfred Collins got in the preseason, he's shown some flashes, but not a lot of consistent production. I'd love to see Alfred Collins step up and make some plays. I'm going with Jonte Cook as the breakout star.
I like it.
Just because I think he could end up having one of those kind of plays late in the game when Texas starts rotating in players off the bench. I could see Cook coming up with the kind of play that just wows everyone and sets the stage for his future production. So he's not going to be the breakout star in terms of total stats, but I think he could have a breakout moment that everyone's going to be talking about. So I'm going Jonte Cook, which leads us to the bold prediction. I talked about Jonte, being a breakout star. That means he's going to be playing late. But part of what my bold prediction is, the guy throwing him the ball, I think, could be Arch Manning. I'm going with Arch gets his first snaps as a UT player this week. And what the hell? I'll just connect the two and say Arch to Jonte Cook for a touchdown. That's my bold prediction.
Nice. I like it. That goes directly against my bold prediction, which I'm realizing now from the chat might not be bold enough because a lot of people are already on the Isaiah Nair train. I'm going to go with the Isaiah Nair revenge game. I say revenge game anytime a player plays his former team. That doesn't mean there was actually like bad blood or anything there. I just like saying the phrase revenge game if we're being honest. So Isaiah Nair revenge game touchdown from Malik Murphy. So Travis is going Arch Manning to Jonte Cook. I'm going Isaiah Nair to Malik Murphy. Nash, I'm going to throw it to you. Charles Wright to Casey Kane? Question mark.
Hey,
C-dubs.
Hey, don't disrespect Chuck Wright now, okay? Good old Chucky on the bench. That's a scary quarterback.
No, never. I produce Almar's show. I can't disrespect Charles Wright. That's this guy.
I got to get a picture I need to send you so you can pop it up on the screen sometime. I got the starting defense and I know I got to clarify that because there could be a freshman mistake or something like that where you have guys coming in later in the game, almost like a Rice or something like that, and whatever, and they score and the entire day is ruined for me. So I'm going to say the starting defense allows less than 200 yards. And it's going to play into my next prediction. I think that Texas is especially after Texas Tech, there's going to be a ton of respect for this Wyoming team. And I think it's also a really good week that they're going to the coaches are probably telling them, hey, y'all just had a great day versus Alabama. The best way to go do that is to back it up and show the scouts that, hey, you have the same approach every single week. Boom. We're prepared. We're taking this shit seriously. Oh, sorry. Excuse my language, but we're taking it seriously.
I like that line of thinking a lot.
Well, you may as well just get to it. It's time to pick our winners. Nash, you said it leads into it. I'm assuming you got Texas winning. What's your score prediction?
I got a blowout. A blowout of all blowouts. It's not a shutout. Close, but 52-3. I think it's just going to be a great day.
I like it. We have not yet had someone predict the exact score of the game yet. That includes the viewers. Guys, if you go to the comments, you can put it in the live chat now. There's a difference between the live chat and the comments. Once the video ends, go back, find the comments, leave your exact score prediction. If you nail it exactly, which people have come close. We had some people that were close last week for Alabama. If you nail it exactly, we were going to prize to be determined. We're going to determine the prize once someone actually does it because we don't know if you guys can do it. So prove us wrong. I'm going to go Texas 42, Wyoming 10. I think that's a pretty reasonable score. I think Texas covers the spread. I think Wyoming finds a way to get in the end zone once, maybe just a random play, maybe a miscommunication or something. But yeah, I think, 42 points is respectable. I think both teams are going to try to run the ball a little bit, so the clock will be moving. So I don't know if Texas gets to 50 in this one, but yeah, I'll go 42-10. Texas is able to cover the spread there.
42-10 is a good guess. I've got it 42-18. I don't know how Wyoming ends up with 18 points, but that was the number that I pulled out of my rear when I was writing it down. So that's what I got. 42-18, Texas winning. I'm
seeing a lot of good score predictions. Yeah, no, you guys go put this in the comments after the show ends. I feel like one of these could actually hit.
And so my thought process with getting to 52 is I think we're going to like I said, I think the team is going to take this week seriously. And I just think you're going to see the efficiency finally get up there, and the missed opportunities in the red zone, I think those are going to be fewer. Hopefully none. And I don't know. I think I see the deep ball hitting, whether it's Malik Murphy throwing it or Quinn Ewers throwing it. And then I can see Jaden Blue just hitting a big one and getting a quick 7 like that.
That'd be big.
He's got the speed to do it for sure.
I think that would be awesome. There are definitely a lot of good predictions coming in. And like Aaron said, we want to see them in the chat, fellas, but if you put them in the comments on YouTube.
Yeah, you got to go back in after the video's done.
Whoever wins, whoever nails it, and we haven't had anyone do it yet. If anyone nails one of these comments, you win a prize. Prize to be determined. We don't know yet. But you will win a prize. And, let us know what you think. You know what? By the way, I want to see it one more time. Under the lights. Under the big, beautiful lights at DKR. Yeah, and that brought me up.
All right. I'm playing the lights video, and when the lights video is done, Kyle Umlang, Aggie Fact Thursday, I'm popping them right on the screen. So we're going to play this hype video, and then Kyle's going to join us for some Aggie Fact Thursday.
There's a really cool message from Elite Sports out there.
Right. Oh, here we go. Nash, we already played this once. You were not on the stream yet, but how far
I've seen the video. I've seen it. Yeah, no, trust me.
Look at that. Doesn't that just get you all tingly inside? That's going to be really – I love the in particular when it's like just an orange, all orange. The entire stadium is filled. That's going to look really sweet.
Yep.
The thing that they're not showing here, and because I was paying attention to the lights when I was at the because they were running them like they were going to be a night game.
Yeah.
They were where they're doing the orange. They had the red, white, and blue for the national anthem.
Love it.
And I think they're going to do that. I think we could see that for I think how they have the Dixieland Delight for Alabama.
Yeah.
I think I have a suspicion that they're going to try and do something with the deep in the heart of Texas.
Guys, it's Aggie Fact Thursday. I mean, we're playing the Wyoming Cowboys this week. Close to Aggie-esque. I don't know. Cowboy Aggie. That's not a hard.
Nobody's close. There's no comparison, right, Kyle? I mean, they're one of a kind.
that they are one of a kind. Did you know Texas A&M is 1-8 all time when they play in games presented by ESPN's College Game Day? Only Georgia Tech has a worse record when making at least 5 appearances.
The Ramblin' Wreck and Georgia Tech. Kyle, how you doing today, buddy?
Dude, I'm doing great. I'm still coming down from that game on Saturday. One of the best games I've ever seen live. It was awesome.
Where were you? Were you watching it at home?
I watched it outside of my patio. I just hung a new TV out there. I was watching out there, enjoying some brews. It was a great time to be a Longhorn. That's all.
How were you sweating it like something? I mean, I was sweating, even though I was it was pretty clear.
Well, yes. Yeah,
Texas is better. They're playing really well, but at the same time, I was like, man, I just need this game to go final. What was your experience? Were you confident the whole time? Or were you
no? Okay. No. The first half, I was like, we were doing field goals. I was like, guys, we need we need some scores. You know, Xavier dropped that first touchdown, and I was just like, oh no, man, we can't survive doing this. He redeemed himself, but the first half was really reminiscent of last year. I turned to my wife. I was like, this is literally the exact same game as last year. And luckily, the second half was different. But I thought it was going to come down to a field goal the way we were playing. And then when they took the lead, I was like, okay, if we don't answer here, it's over. And luckily, we like double tapped them and got 2 touchdowns within like a minute. So I was happy with that.
Yeah, man, my confidence. See, here's the deal. I had a really healthy prediction, right? And leading up to the game, I was like, please, like, don't make me look like an idiot. Okay, I believe in y'all, right? I really believe in y'all, and I'm putting my money where my mouth is. I literally put a bet out there on with the.
Oh yeah, me too. I made a little cash.
Dude, I was 9.5 yards short of Cedric Baxter running for making $190. So it would have been a great day. But
yeah,
there was that moment where they took the lead for 1 minute, and I was like, oh crap. Oh crap. But when we scored immediately, I was like, okay, it's done. Like, yeah, I'll like whatever. Like, it was like I likened it to, you know, like when you were a little kid playing with the older kids in the backyard or playing in the pool with the older kids, and they're dunking you, and you try and get up. You get up for that one last breath, right? And then they dunk you back down. You have all that water rushing in your mouth, and you're like, this is over. I'm done. You just stop fighting. Yeah.
Nash, I would suggest some therapy for that for that childhood trauma that you are experiencing.
No, that I'm not gonna lie. I'm probably alone over here. I had some rowdy neighbors.
You go in water, like, or you just not a big cool guy anymore.
Kyle, as awesome as the Bama victory was, a close second had to be watching A&M Miami right before that, right? I imagine your Twitter was blowing up during that game.
Yeah, I mean, I was like the first half, you know, it was kind of close, and I was like, I guess they're playing as I expected. And then the second half, it was amazing. They laid a 50 piece on them and lost to a half empty stadium. It was great.
Kyle, when the stars align like that, and it doesn't always happen for us, but when we get those magical Saturdays where Texas wins and A&M does lose, what is your preferred order? Because I actually like when Texas plays first and gets the big win, and then we get the nighttime big A&M game, and they just blow it in front of everyone. Because, like, you know, obviously Thursday was the best college football day ever. But when A&M loses early, I'm like, okay, this is a great start. Job's not done. I'm still stressed, but like,
right.
Yeah,
I totally agree. Okay. Example, when we beat Oklahoma 49-0, I believe A&M lost also that day, but that was a great way. That was just the rest of the day. I was just like sipping and laughing and having a good old time. And then we watched A&M lose. It was great. Yeah. I agree with that.
You know, Aaron, I agree. It's like dessert before dinner, you know, you eat your dinner, and then, man, got a good reward coming.
Yeah. All right.
I thought Nash was gonna do like another pool reference.
Okay. Please never again, Nash. All right, Kyle, give us a couple more for Aggie.
Okay. In 2019 to 2020, that fiscal year, A&M made $3.2 million in concession revenue from all sports. Now, ignoring the concession revenue split that they have to do with their vendors, a 10% Jimbo tax on all concessions in all sports would create an additional $325,000 in annual revenue. If A&M bought out Jimbo today, which is $76.8 million, Aggies would still be paying for Jimbo's buyout when purchasing beer and popcorn in the year 2259.
They can't get rid of him. They can't do it.
And then I don't know if you saw the ticket prices for the Louisiana Monroe game. They're down there in the single digit prices. So for $7 today, you can buy a ticket for the Texas A&M versus Louisiana Monroe football game. For $7, the last time Texas A&M won a national championship, you could buy enough gas to drive from Monroe, Louisiana to College Station and back.
Oh man, if they can't get those ticket prices up, they're definitely never getting rid of that guy. They got to work on that.
I don't know. The price of oil will go up. They'll figure out a way.
So I don't remember. I don't know if you know this stat from last year, but this is like one of the ones that blew up the most after the loss to Appalachian State. It's Arkansas State has only beaten 3 Power 5 teams ever in school history. Louisiana Lafayette, they've only beaten 4 Power 5 teams ever in school history. Appalachian State has only beaten 5 Power 5 teams in school history. All 3 have beaten Texas A&M. So if Louisiana Monroe finds some way to beat them, it'd be a giant upset. But I would add that on because they've only beaten 6 Power 5 teams ever in school history. So that would really just solidify that stat. It would blow up. I that's what I'm wanting this weekend is a Texas Wyoming blowout and a victory for Louisiana Monroe to really just sink the Aggies for the rest of the season.
Oh my God!
There's no coming back from that.
Can you imagine the reaction in Aggie land if that happened?
I mean I have Jimbo on like a 4 or 5 out of 10 on hot seat because like they're going to finish the year with him. But if he was to somehow screw this one up, I would jump that to like a 8-9 automatic start tearing down everything in College Station because everything's on fire.
I'm one of the people that thinks Jimbo's safe just because that contract's so ludicrous. But yeah, if that happens, man,
I don't know. Yeah, the buyout thing's interesting because like Texas is coming to the SEC this year, and like they cannot jack around for much longer, man. Like they might just have to pony it up because it's going to be hard for them to stomach if Texas could come in there and get a win next year. So they're going to have to start making some tough decisions.
That's where my line of thinking is too. I think if they don't get 8 wins this year, 7 may keep them safe, but maybe. Yeah. But if they don't get there, he's absolutely gone because they don't want Texas. They don't want that hanging over their heads during Texas's first year in the SEC. They don't want any of that smoke.
Can you imagine a Sark versus Fisher and Petrino matchup next year? That would be awesome. That would be a blowout for the ages.
I'd also love to see PK what he does for that.
Yeah. That'd be a great game.
All right, Kyle, we've been talking about Wyoming. We've been giving our predictions. We've been given first touchdown of the game, breakout player, bold prediction. You can hop in on any of those if you want, or you can just give us your score. Well, how do you think this game plays out? Any big plays from the wide receivers? What do you got for this weekend?
I think A.D. Mitchell and Xavier each catch a touchdown pass, but I think this game is going to be a debut for running backs. I really hope we get the run game going on this one because it was hard against Bama, but it shouldn't be with this. And I think Sark will use that to, get some confidence in the running backs, waste that clock. I'm still predicting a high score, like 42-13, somewhere in there. And I will predict that Wyoming scores first because every time I watch Texas play a G5 school, they always start out 3-0 with the field goal. Their first drive is like the best drive of the game every time. I don't know why. So
that's a bold prediction. I like it.
Yeah. So I will say Wyoming goes up 3-0 and then scores maybe a touchdown in garbage time in the fourth quarter.
By the way, we've let the viewers know to put your score prediction in the comments of the YouTube chat, and there would be a prize. We didn't know what that prize would be, but Brandon with Elite Sports Memorabilia is hooking us up. Look at this. If you nail the score prediction for a game, nail it in the comments section on YouTube, not in the chat, but in the comments. He is doing a signing with Malik Murphy on Sunday, and if someone predicts the exact score, you get a free autographed Malik Murphy jersey.
Man, I thought he would do like a 50% discount or something also, but now that we got such high stakes, you also need to like the video and you need to be subscribed to the Orangebloods Live channel. I've got the fancy analytics. I can check all that very quickly, so don't try to skim by.
Don't put a fast one by Aaron.
Yeah, don't do it. Don't do it. We've got
there you go.
Analytics.
You have to like the video and subscribe to the channel and nail the score in order to win the free Malik Murphy autographed jersey. Dang, does it get any better than that? Yeah. And Aaron's already on board with saying Malik's going to get his first touchdown pass.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, I didn't even talk about that. I do think Malik will be playing second half if things go right. So,
yeah. I like that.
I agree with that.
Isaiah Nair for the revenge game touchdown.
Yeah,
there you go.
Kyle, I like this Aggie fact from one of your books. This is Texas A&M argues they don't have that the reason they don't have any recent national championships is because they used to be a military school. Army has 3 national championships since Texas A&M's most recent one.
And they're an actual military school.
If there's an excuse Aggie fans are making, Kyle's knocking it down.
Oh, okay. Here's one. Since joining the SEC, A&M has racked up an impressive 91 wins. 11 versus FCS, 22 versus G5, 27 versus Power 5 without a winning record. So what it boils down to is only 25.6% of A&M's wins since they joined the SEC were against Power 5 teams with a winning record, not named Arkansas, South Carolina, or Vanderbilt. 25%.
Oof.
That's
you just got more big dogs coming into the conference. I mean, it's just I don't know if it's going to get better.
That's why I say, maybe firing Jimbo isn't the right move. Maybe they just embrace who they are.
Oh, firing Jimbo is not the right move for Texas, for dang sure.
No, I want him here next year.
Yeah.
I somehow get him here for that game because it's going to be a blowout, and I'm going to love it. I don't want Traylor coming in or them trying to pitch at Coach Prime or nothing. I need Jimbo, so they need to start winning.
I think they would do the most Aggie thing possible and find a way to go hire Matt Campbell. He was a great name 3 years back.
Yeah.
I'm just at the point with Jimbo where just like when they pan to him on the sideline, I just feel comfortable. Like I just make me feel good. Like if I'm watching a different game, like
I feel all snug.
Yeah, it's like I'm just not worried. Like if you go to you're like, oh, there's Nick Saban on the sideline. Like, oh man, Mike Tomlin, like that guy knows what he's doing. Like we're gonna get like this team's getting out coached. Jimbo, he always looks mad. Like he looks confused.
Inside
cozy,
fumbling through 20 different papers, trying to figure out what
with his Cheesecake Factory menu going.
Yeah. And then the funniest thing is like.
I was going to say inside his feelings are probably like what the Alabama offensive coordinator Tommy Rees looked like when they showed him at the Bama game last week.
I forget
on the phone.
Just rubbing his head, talking to Milrow. Yeah,
I forget what game I was watching, but you know how they have those coordinator cameras? They switched to the coordinator at the very it was like one of the first snaps of the game, and the coordinator turns the camera away to the field. I was laughing, but yeah, I always laugh when you see Jimbo Fisher get mad at the quarterbacks, and it's like, Jimbo, you're the most disorganized looking dude right now. Like you're fumbling through a bunch of different papers. How are you going to get mad at the quarterback for not getting what you're trying
to? Speaking of head coaches, A&M football has a rich history of bringing in head coaches that perform better at other schools. 3 national championships have been won at other schools by head coaches before arriving at A&M, and 8 have been won at other schools by head coaches after departing A&M. None of them happen when they hire them. It's always before or after. So if Jimbo does get fired, I could see him winning a natty in like 10 years somewhere else. I think that'd be hilarious.
Just really rub it in. Oh my God. He just goes to like TCU or something. Holy smokes. All right. Well, Kyle, I really appreciate you joining us, man. This is, no surprise. This is like a minus 500 favorite to become my favorite weekly segment on the show, but that has definitely happened. I'm going to throw the books up on the screen here. Go ahead and tell people about the books. I know you've got other podcast stuff going on, social media. So go ahead and run through all the plugs here.
Come find me on Twitter. I'm the weird avatar cartoon guy with sunglasses. You see me everywhere. That's me. I got 3 Aggie Fact volumes. If you like listening to these, I've got volumes to share with you Aggie friends, Aggie family members. They make a great Christmas gift, great Father's Day gifts. My dad is an Aggie. I give him a book every time I release one. I don't know if he's thrilled about it, but he accepts them. But they're available at the Co-op. They're available at St. Patrick, and the ones at St. Patrick are signed. Also, if you want like a personally signed, made out one to yourself, just DM me, and I can send it to you from my house. I have 2 podcasts: Lone Star Showdown with Chance, and that is with an Aggie. Chance is an Aggie, and that one's a lot of fun, especially this last episode. And Statistically Speaking is with Blinken, and we bring on all sorts of analytics and betting type accounts to talk just sports. So
that's very
fun
cool.
Times by all.
One of these days, we're going to have our own Aggie, Chad Hastings, on here with you for Aggie Fact Thursday.
Yeah, that'd be
That,
great.
that'll
a
be
good
interesting.
idea.
That'll be
That's a good
interesting.
idea. All right, Kyle.
Thank you so much for
Thanks for
joining
having me,
us.
guys.
Yeah, no,
Awesome.
we look forward to it. We're looking forward to it next week too.
Yep. I'll
Thank
be
you,
here.
Kyle.
Have a good
Okay,
one.
see you guys.
By the way, Kyle was talking about having his brews on the patio for the Alabama game. Don't be left out this weekend with Wyoming in town. You won't want to be running high and dry on provisions when Jonathan Brooks or Malik Murphy or anybody else goes off on Saturday. And the only way to avoid that is to hit Specs. Specs is the Texas born and bred place to go get your finest spirits, fine foods, whatever you need for game day, Specs has. You don't want to, again, when it comes time to celebrate, you're going to want provisions on hand. You want to make sure you hit Specs or Specs Online. If you don't want to go to the store, check out Specs Online. You can get it that way too. Specs is the place to go.
No matter what you're needing, Specs same-day delivery can save the day with our Specs app or online shopping. From world-class wines to hard-to-find spirits and craft beers to gourmet foods, delicious snacks, and spectacular sweets. It's Specs. Cheers to savings.
I love that Kyle's father is an Aggie. That makes me so happy.
I didn't know that either. I was like, oh, there's a nugget. By the way, speaking of Specs, we've got a lot of people still getting score predictions on the Specs chat line. Guys, we love it. But if you want to win, you have to like the show, subscribe to the channel, and then put your score prediction in the comment section on YouTube. And if you nail it, that, it is a free Malik Murphy autographed jersey from Elite Sports Memorabilia. Holy cow.
Man, he went big time.
That is big time and very generous of Elite Sports Memorabilia to come through like that. I want
absolutely. That's that's a good football player. That's going to be a jersey that you're going to be proud to have on your wall.
Nash, how would you like a Murphy jersey on the back wall there?
You know, I would love a Murphy jersey on that back wall there.
Nash, well, you know what? In the comments.
Exactly. And even if you don't, you can go to, even if you don't want to win the jersey for free, I mean, sure, try for that. You need to try to win the jersey. So like the show, subscribe to the channel, put your score prediction in. But he's already doing the signing. You can go to Elite Sports Memorabilia and sign up now to pre-order your Malik Murphy jersey. You don't have to wait, or a helmet or anything else. Or if you want, I don't know, how about QB1, Quinn Ewers? This little beauty can be yours. Guys, it's time to whip out your phone, scan this QR code right now. There is an auction going on. It is live and up and running right now for the Quinn Ewers autographed mini helmet. That is a beautiful helmet. I really do love it.
I wonder if this could turn in. Is there any chance this turns into like an Arch Manning card situation where Brandon just like becomes rich because it just gets jacked up like $106,000 bidding war?
I love it. Oh, look at that. Somebody just put their bid in. Guys, this is an auction. It's a one of a kind. So somebody just scanned the QR code to go put their bid in. The auction is running through 8:30 p.m. on the 16th. That's Saturday. So right about game time is when the auction will end. Somebody has already scanned it and put in their bid. You don't want to miss out. I promise you this is a one of a kind beauty. This is the way to go. Also, you know, we put in our score predictions. Oh, 2 people. Ooh,
there we go.
Price is going up. You don't want to miss out. We put in our score predictions. We're going to be back tomorrow with more score predictions for the rest of the, more games around the college football world. But we got an NFL game tonight. It's a good one. It's the Philadelphia Eagles and the Minnesota Vikings. Who do you guys have in that game tonight?
Yeah, Amazon Prime. So make sure you do not get caught with your pants down at 7:15, flipping around channels, looking for the Eagles and the Vikings. Amazon Prime, make sure you're signed in, get it all loaded up. It would break my heart if someone missed any Kirk Cousins in prime time. I make my jokes. The Eagles are down a lot of people with injury. Kenneth Gainwell's out. They're missing maybe 2 linebackers. I know they're missing someone in the secondary. I think we're going to see some points. I think the Eagles win a shootout, but I think the Vikings actually play pretty well here on offense, and we see a lot of points. So I'm really excited for this game, actually.
Nash, how about you? You got a hot take on Minnesota, Philadelphia?
I do not. I mean, you're putting me on the spot here with the score prediction. I did not know what I'm going to do. I'm not going to.
I mean, just give your thoughts. Do you have any primetime Kirk Cousins takes, Nash? Do you believe in the primetime Kirk Cousins narrative? Are you aware of it?
Yeah, no, trust me. Hey, you got to change Kirk. You got the doing little dances. Yeah, trust me. And then the Adam Schefter, no, please, just never again.
That was bad. Yeah, he took his shirt off and did it. That was great.
I will say, who I will be watching is a former Texas Longhorn, Jordan Hicks, go up against the Philadelphia Eagles. And you know what? I'm a side. I think primetime Kirk. You gotta love primetime Kirk, man. Captain Kirk.
The hate on Kirk goes too far. He's not a bad quarterback. He's a pretty decent NFL quarterback. He's not.
Hold on. Right. After the quarterback documentary, I love Kirk Cousins so much.
He's adorable. Right?
You want to talk about, and I mean this with the most respect in the world. He is like your most bland, like ordinary dude in the world. But he is just like at the same time, he's one of the coolest dudes. Like he's so cool because like you would never picture him, like you'd never picture a quarterback, right? Especially like if you hear like the little times where he's like, "Let's go," right? And stuff like that.
You like that?
You like that?
You'd never picture him out there like his fire with his kids, like at night, just like these wholesome dude that's out there like reading the Bible with his neighbors and stuff. Like you'd never picture that dude.
Dude, the scene after the playoff loss when they got in the car and he's driving home with his wife and they pull into the driveway and his wife is like, "Oh no, I forgot to take the garbage cans in." And then you just see Kirk Cousins pulling the garbage cans back into his driveway after he just lost the home playoff game to the Giants. That
was awesome.
I was like, this is too good.
My favorite part of that was actually, though, everyone ragging on him for his post-game press conference close with someone saying that, that dude's rolling in Cole's cash.
Well, he says his wife dresses him, which is so
good. No, I don't have a prediction, honestly. I suspect the Eagles are going to win because I think the Eagles are a better team, but Minnesota's a pretty good team. And talk about fantasy football. I've got Jalen Hurts in one league and the injured Kenneth Gainwell in another league. So I guess I'm going for the Eagles win just for Jalen Hurts' sake. So
yeah,
so
that's it for me.
So are the Philadelphia Eagles relying on the health of Rashad Penny right now?
Maybe tonight. Yeah, I think we're going to see a lot of DeAndre Swift tonight, if I had to guess. But Penny was a healthy scratch week 1. I bet he's going to be active for this game. One other thing I want to bring up, I quote tweeted it yesterday, but the Broncos made a transaction. It was just like great and bad at the same time. Caden Stearns, former Longhorn, he got hurt. He went on IR. Horrible. Like we hate to see it. A lot of like smart NFL people had Stearns as like a breakout player. Like he's a good NFL player. But I mean, any silver lining at all, they replaced him on the roster with little Jordan Humphrey, who actually caught a touchdown last week. And so,
if you want to talk about a player, right? I posted a photo saying, find you somebody that looks at you like Sark looks at Quinn. Find you somebody that is as loyal to you as Sean Payton is to Lil Jordan Humphrey. That, like, I guarantee you right now, if you were to ask Sean Payton who his top 5 favorite wide receivers are, he's probably somehow going to find a way to get Lil Jordan. I mean, every single time. There's only been one year where they haven't been when Sean Payton left. Immediately he goes right back to Sean Payton.
Yep. I love it. I love seeing LJ out there. We've also got college games tonight. Miami taking on Bethune-Cookman. All right. Miami is going to roll pretty big on that. And then Navy-Memphis. God, I love Navy, but I don't see them winning that one either. But those are pretty good. The Navy-Memphis is a sneaky good game. We're going to pick, again, we've got a lot of college games to pick tomorrow. We're doing our Pick'em show. Join in the fun. It's a good time to see how we do. I assure you, my picks aren't going to be great, so you'll want to do whatever the opposite is that I do. But it should be a good time. Join the show. Again, like the channel, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you'll know when we go live.
Yeah. I want to say it one final time because it would break my heart if someone in the chat correctly predicts the score and they're not in the comments. So I just want to emphasize there's a difference between the live chat that everyone is in right now and then when the video ends. The video is ending in about 45 seconds. Go put your score in the comments. What you like the video, you can like the video right now. Subscribe to the channel. Free Malik Murphy signed jersey. But yeah, I mean that's all I got, Travis. You can tell the people what we got going on Orangebloods live today. We got a lot, and then yeah, I mean let's wrap this baby up and let those.
We do have a lot. You don't.
In.
That's right. You don't. As soon as the score prediction is done, as soon as the show is done, go put it in the comments, and then stick around because we've got the old-fashioned sports show with Anwar Richardson coming up. That may end a little early because he's going to have to get on the line with Sark's presser today. So hopefully we'll find out more of whether Seth Baxter's going to play. Yep. We've got House Divided with Jeff Ketchum and Orangebloods Zone Aggie, Chad Hastings. And then we're going to have Football with Friends coming up later on. So we've got a lot going on today.
Well, and Travis, and we've got the OB Outsiders. And because Anwar's show is ending early, we will have prize picks. So
there you go.
Ooh. Is that 6 shows today? We have our show, Anwar, prize picks, 5 shows today. Yeah.
And you can just go to orangebloods.com where there's a lot of other great content, including my column this week where I talk about what it's going to take for Texas to compete for a national championship. Log on to Orangebloods. Stick around for OB Live. We got you covered all day long. 6 shows. And put your score predictions in the chat, in the comments section of YouTube. Guys, that's it for today. Follow Aaron Little at Aaron Little OB on Twitter, at Nash Talks Texas. A damn good follow, as is Aaron, not to downgrade that. And I'm okay. At Travis Gailey as well. That's it for us today. We hope you have a fantastic Thursday. Make it a great Thursday.